All right. Hi, guys. My name is Minnie, and we are going to be talking about Palau and our plan for storm mitigation. Introducing some background knowledge of Palau. Palau's territory consists of 340 islands southeast of the Philippines and west of the Pacific Ocean. It has the fourth smallest population in the world with a population of 18,055 people. Palau is known to have a tropical climate, and due to its unique climate, there is a severe loss of habitat and animal diversity. Climate change has been a huge fight in this area, making it a call to action to implement warning and mitigation measures. Some fun facts about Palau is Palau is known to not have a military. Palau has an abundance of saltwater crocodiles and home to the jellyfish lake with millions of jellyfish migrating every day. Starting off with our first topic, the biggest thing is going to be climate change. As you can see in these two graphs here, it is shown that the mean surface air temperature has been increasing immensely over the years. And at the bottom graph, you can see from 1901 to 2022, there has been an inflection of temperature increasing over the years, specifically from 27.5 Celsius to over 28 degrees Celsius, showing that the temperature has been increasing. Going into rainfall, we can see here between the two graphs of 1961 to 1990 to 1991 to 2020, rainfall has significantly been increasing over the years. We've been having longer rainy seasons in recent decades. Average temperature has been increasing with that as well, between 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, showing that there's greater amounts of precipitation overall, indicating climate change.
So, hi, my name is Imogen Sutherland, and continuing on, the climate change for precipitation in Palau from 1901 to 2022 is showing sharp increases. Specifically, in the last 2 decades, there has been more sporadic and drastic rainfall increases and decreases. And in 2022, there was a sharp increase, yet to see a decrease in rainfall. So these graphs show the suspected precipitation, where on the left, days where precipitation will be greater than 50 millimeters. On the right, days where precipitation will be greater than 20 millimeters. What this shows is that in June and July, there are expected to be more sporadic days, more excessive rainfall. And though this is the expected rainy season, there is still going to be drastic increases starting in about 2061. And though 2060 isn't that far off, it is still a maintainable time frame where we can prevent measures to respond to these increased precipitation levels without having drastic impacts on the environment or the human population. So, what does this all mean? The climate is about to change and has been changing. Increased temperatures and increased rainfall with more sporadic and longer rainy periods. But it is not too late. Unlike most environments that are fighting to recover from damage already done, Palau has a chance to prevent damage from occurring. This means we can prevent the uphill battle of recovery by taking preventative measures now. So increased precipitation will equal increased runoff. The agricultural areas of Palau will have increased runoff deposited into the nearby oceans and coral reef. This includes pesticide use. So therefore, if we document what agricultural pesticides are being used, we can implement new ones that aren't using devastating pesticides to the reef. We can figure out safe pesticides to help prevent the agricultural runoff deposition. Furthermore, if we increase vegetation in the form of mangroves, we can help with erosion and nitrogen cycling. So, what are mangroves? Mangroves, as seen in the image, are a type of semi aquatic tree that prevent erosion and minimize water currents. They serve as primary nurseries for young fish and are vital to the survival of many marine species. In fact, about 1/3 of all marine fish in the ocean use mangroves as a nursery. This is because their strong roots help prevent those strong ocean currents and decrease waves from storms, acting as a kind of natural seawall. They also provide a plentiful bounty of nutrients to many biodiverse organisms, from aerial birds and lizards and tree-dwelling lizards to the fish and invertebrates that live in their roots. They help strengthen the shoreline, protecting from erosion, on the land, as well as protecting from strong waves from the sea. They serve as a perfect union between the land and the ocean, and are a beautiful source to be protected, and to prevent deforestation from.
Hi, my name is Ashley Horton, and the bottom line is that we need to protect the shores. So we need to add more mangroves because they are that natural barrier against storms. And also, we need to protect the mangroves that already exist from fishing and development. Another important point is zoning laws, because a lot of the buildings in Palau are low-lying, and if we implemented zoning laws, then we could keep more building than necessary from happening in those low-lying areas. Mangroves are a safe and sustainable natural way of dealing with runoff and storms. So this really does beg the question, what is the current mitigation going on? Well, the answer to that is that the United Nations has initiated multiple improvements to Palau's mitigation. And one of these is storm shelters, because climate change induced or not, there's going to be storms in Palau in the future. So to protect the people, the United Nations has increased the capacity of these storm shelters. Another important point is economic infrastructure, because a country that has a stronger economy will better be able to recover from storms because they have more resources such as food, water, and other utilities such as that. In addition to this, they are also implementing climate and storm monitoring because we can better understand what measures need to be taken if we can actually study what's going on in that area.
Hi, I'm Ben Schneider, and I'm going to be talking about the part of our Palau protection plan that is related to warning systems. Currently, Palau has no widespread warning system in place for any disasters, and a proper warning can give people enough time to take the necessary action to protect themselves and their families. So at the end of the day, warning systems can save lives. Warning systems are essential to the safety of Palau citizens. And so moving on, implementing warning systems. The World Meteorological Organization encourages agencies and countries to install warning systems that are impact based and forecast areas that are subject to specific dangers. And so an example would be getting a specific warning on your phone or over a radio, and that tells citizens specific locations as well as the dangers that those locations face. And it provides citizens with more awareness that they wouldn't have with normal impact storm warning systems. And it encourages people to really listen to the warnings they receive, because if you hear your specific hometown or maybe your small community being listed in a warning, you're way more likely to take action and maybe move to a storm shelter. And that can be the difference between you losing your life and you being alive at the end of the day. That really wraps up our plan. And so we're going to be concluding that with a summary of our proposed mitigation. The first thing we want to do is plant more mangroves, and then as well as protect the ones we have, as mangroves are one of the few examples of a way that humans can really protect the environment as well as protect themselves, as mangroves are natural and they help the ecosystem as well as they can prevent flooding for us. The second thing we want to do is implement a widespread warning system. That can be the difference of, losing Palau citizens to tsunamis or hurricanes. The third thing we want to do is study the impacts of agricultural runoff. This way we can examine the effects of human farming on the local ecosystem, and we can maybe change the pesticides or insecticides we use, and that can perhaps definitely be a difference in helping our environment. Now is the time that we need to take action and help protect Palau, as it is a beautiful area with a very diverse ecosystem, and it's one of the few places like it left in the world. And I think we really need to preserve the Palau as a place of beauty and an example of how humans can do good and protect ourselves as well as protect the environment. Thank you.
Thank you.
For watching.